You know, they say a dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. We've spent years with our pups. They've seen us through the ups and downs, the quiet mornings and the long walks. But there's a silent, invisible threat that a lot of us don't like to talk about. It's uncomfortable, it's a little gross, but if we ignore it, it could cost us our best friend's life. I'm talking about internal parasites, worms.
Before we continue, please remember that this guide is for educational purposes based on research.
I've seen folks think, oh, my dog looks fine, or he stays in the yard, he's safe. But then, one day, that tail doesn't wag as fast. You notice him scooting across the rug, or maybe he's just off. He's tired. His coat looks dull. By the time you actually see a worm in the stool, your dog has been suffering for weeks, maybe months. Those parasites are in there right now, stealing the nutrients from the food you buy him, drinking his blood, and damaging his heart and lungs. It breaks my heart to see a senior dog or a happy pup go downhill because of something totally preventable. If you've been putting off deworming, or if you've been doing it the old way, you need to stop. You're in the right place now, and we're going to fix this together, friend to friend. Now look, I'm not here to judge. We've all been told different things over the years, but the old school way of deworming, it's just not cutting it anymore. One of the biggest mistakes I see is folks heading down to the local farm supply or big box store and grabbing a general dewormer off the shelf because it's cheap and easy. Here's the problem. Parasites have evolved. Some of those old formula medications are about as effective as a screen door on a submarine. Another big mistake? Inconsistent dosing. Maybe we do it once a year during the annual checkup and forget about it. But research from the American Pet Products Association shows that dogs in the U.S. are exposed to parasites almost daily, whether it's from a mosquito bite, a flea, or just sniffing the wrong patch of grass at the park. And then there's the visual mistake, waiting until you see a worm to treat it. That's like waiting until your house is half burnt down to check the batteries in your smoke detector. By the time you see them, the damage to the intestines or the heart is already happening. We've got to be smarter than the parasites. Science-backed approach. It's a two-pronged attack, what you do at the clinic and what you do at home. The clinical side. First, don't just guess. The best thing you can do, and I mean this as your friend, is take a stool sample to your vet once or twice a year for a fecal flotation test. In the U.S., we have different worms in different regions. What works for a dog in the humidity of Florida might be different for a dog in the dry air of Arizona. A vet looks under the microscope to see exactly which eggs are present. Is it hookworms, roundworms, whipworms? Once you know the enemy, you can pick the right weapon. At home, it's all about the 3 H's: hygiene, habits, and heartworm prevention. Hygiene. I know it's a chore, but pick up the poop immediately. Many worm eggs, like roundworms, are incredibly hardy. They can live in your garden soil for years. If you don't pick it up, your dog or your grandkids can get reinfected just by stepping in the dirt. Habits. Keep an eye on fleas. Did you know a dog gets tapeworms by swallowing a flea? If you aren't treating for fleas, you aren't truly deworming. Heartworm prevention. This is the big one in America. Heartworm is spread by mosquitoes, and it is a death sentence if not prevented. A monthly chewable is the gold standard here. When you're looking at labels or talking to your vet, don't get distracted by the fancy brand names and colorful boxes. You want to look at the active ingredients. These are the generics backed by U.S. research books and pet associations. Here is what you should know. Pyrantel pamoate. This is the gentle giant. It's incredibly safe, which is why it's often used for puppies. It's the go-to for roundworms and hookworms. Praziquantel. If your dog has been biting at fleas and ends up with tapeworms, those little grains of rice in the stool, this is the ingredient that clears them out. Fenbendazole. This is a heavy hitter. It's a broad-spectrum ingredient that handles rounds, hooks, whips, and even some tough protozoa like Giardia. Ivermectin or milbemycin oxime. These are typically found in your monthly heartworm preventatives. They keep the young heartworms from ever reaching a heart. Our dogs don't ask for much. A warm bed, a bowl of food, and a pat on the head. They trust us to handle the stuff they can't see. Taking control of your dog's deworming isn't just about health, it's about peace of mind. It's knowing that when he licks your hand or curls up on the sofa next to you, he's clean, he's safe, and he's healthy. Go talk to your vet. Get that fecal test done and stick to a schedule. Your best friend is counting on you. And hey, if you need help figuring out a specific schedule for your breed or your area, just ask. I'm here to help you navigate this. We owe it to them, don't we? Let's keep those tails wagging.